Often, YouTube wants to show us the most popular videos on their platform. This obviously makes sense because it's what everybody wants to watch, in a general sense. However, I think there are some interesting things hidden deep where most people will never see. The more undiscovered side of YouTube. Often I get asked where I find most of the obscure channels that I talk about. Well, in this video I will tell you guys a little bit about that. First off, I use a Reddit page called Deep Into YouTube, and some of the channels I'll talk about here come from that place. I won't talk about the exact specific posts because sometimes I save the channels and I forget exactly which post I got it from. I will link the Deep Into YouTube page below so you guys can go check it out if you want. Other than that, sometimes I find myself on PetiteTube. If you're not sure what PetiteTube is, it's a website that will just show you a random low view count channel on YouTube. Just a random video with really low views that will bring you to some weird channels. Also, the YouTube algorithm works in really weird ways, and after watching enough small creators, they think that I just really like these weird obscure videos and will start suggesting them to me. I figured I wanted to make a video going over some of these weird, more obscure channels that I don't think deserve a video of their own, but together they are something interesting. So let's get into the start of the first one. The first channel didn't immediately strike me as that weird. Definitely low view count and obscure. Their first video is kind of strange, but not all that weird. A bunch of pictures made into a collage of a restaurant and a bar, while the song Sleepy Time Gal plays by Glenn Miller. Whenever I come across a small video like this one, I always check out the creator's channel to see what else they have been uploading. Most of the time I expect the uploads to be random, or at least somewhat similar and amateur to what they have here. However, things got a little strange when I went to this person's channel. The channel is called Bruce Omar, with the tag Bruce Omar 9044. Immediately upon reading this name, I assumed that this was a bot. And it might still be a bot, but it doesn't really explain why these videos are uploaded in the way they are. Usually bots on YouTube might have one or two videos or a mass amount of videos uploaded. This is to give them some type of content so that they can cause engagement and not be detected as a bot. But with how weird these videos are, I'm not sure why this bot would have videos this dark and creepy on their channel. Just looking at the next video, already it gets more dark and creepy than the previous one. As the video progresses, it becomes clear that this is just a collage of pictures from a construction site. Why are these taken at night, and why are they uploaded with creepy piano music in the background? I have no idea. While it's not that creepy, it is a little bit strange that from what I assume is a bot account, these are the videos that they are uploading to make it seem like a real account. Other bots usually have just mass amounts of the same video of possibly some random person talking, or even just a few second clips of a color in order to make them seem like a real account. But this channel gets kind of weird the further we go into their videos. Looking at the next video, stuff starts to get quite strange. The third video shows him walking through a basement, showing off a furnace and some other construction parts with no audio. And then after that, it cuts to the part that I just showed you with the unhinged laughing, that then cuts to what I think looks like a sewer pipe and some more music. I can't find a reason that a bot channel would have these types of videos, and while the name screams bot, could this just be somebody trying to freak everybody out? Especially with the last video being super dark and grainy, and the guy walking around in what appears to be the same house, only using a flashlight as it's super dark, and also there's water everywhere. He starts outside, but as he moves into the house, you can hear the footsteps slamming against the wet floor. Something tells me that this channel was not made in order to scare people, because if you notice, they started 4 years ago, 2 videos were uploaded 4 years ago, but then after that, only 1 video per year, and the last upload being 2 years ago. With that type of upload, I'm not sure that these were intended for anybody to see. They also still only have like 10 or 15 views each. I can't wrap my head around why these exist, and I keep coming back to how it's a bot channel, because that's the only explanation I can come up with myself. If you've ever explored way too deep into the internet, sometimes you'll stumble across something and you'll wonder, I wasn't supposed to see that, was I? And sometimes, unfortunately, you'll come across that on YouTube. YouTube tends to be moderated for stuff like this, but some of it still exists. And that's exactly what this entire channel is that I'm about to show you. While this isn't anything super crazy, I will warn you guys, this is a little bit graphic for imagery on YouTube, so be aware of that. If you don't want to see this, skip to the next chapter. But again, it's not that crazy, but it does have to do with an animal, so skip to the next chapter if you don't want to see it. This is the End is a channel with only 2 videos on their page. The first video, Dominic.avi, looks like a classic ARG. Nothing really happens either. There's not really any video even on that video. But the second video, that one is a little bit odd. Now I could tell immediately that this is absolutely a failed ARG. The part that gets me is that halfway through that video, it shows a cat, and it is actual gore. That is not fake. That is a video I've seen on the internet before. My only question is, why would you use actual gore for your horror ARG? That seems a little bit unacceptable to me. But this ARG seems to have failed, so I guess doing that still didn't even get them the attention that they wanted. Speaking of failed ARGs, I spent a while looking at this next channel trying to decide if it was an ARG or not. I think I came to the conclusion that it is not an ARG, but I also can't really figure out what's going on here. When you really dive deep into it, it seems like another web diver torso. If you don't know what that is, that's basically a channel that Google admits to having made in order to stress test YouTube's servers, uploading a bunch of random videos. The problem with that is that this channel right here does not upload that many videos. Every video is really strange, but with no descriptions and no hidden messages, I could not see this being an ARG. Let's take a look at it though, it's quite weird. This channel is called I Want to Die, and it has 20 videos. However, in reality, it probably only has 3 videos. Basically, this channel has 3 videos that it uploads over and over again, until it gets to its 20 video mark. The ones with the purple background and the white guy on the screen are the only ones that are slightly different, and the only thing that really changes is the motion of his arm. These all have really weird titles that I was trying to figure out how to interpret, but I could not ever decide. They say Chatterbate, model kinky little couple, AAA 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, different numbers at the end. The content of the videos doesn't make it any clearer either. The first video is just somebody eating food in a really strange way, with a negative scale on the camera. This one is not as weird as the one that follows it though.
The pictures I look at, the children are smiling. I don't get it when people talk about abuse.
The children in these images are real, and the experience is very harmful. By accessing them, you contribute to that harm. Viewing or sharing sexual images of anybody under 18 is a serious crime, punishable with imprisonment and becoming a registered sex offender. Ignorance of the law is no justification.
And that's what this entire channel is. Just these videos over and over again for 20 videos. It makes no sense that these would be uploaded this way. Also, I can't find anywhere about where these videos would come from, as they seem like they have an original source and then have been edited with colors. However, my lack of being able to find them makes me believe that these were made originally for this YouTube channel. Thanks to PetiteTube, I have found some really brilliant horror web series that I have then showcased on my channel. But I have also found some ones that have made me roll my eyes. Stumbling across this next video made me think I had found something quite interesting. So going to the channel, I thought I was going to find a really good web series. But instead, I just found something that disappointed me. Let's check out this video that I stumbled across. This video is of a lady who has some red substance on her hands that presumably is blood. She's turning on a faucet and starting to wash her hands, and then you hear her crying aggressively in some places, as if something bad has just happened. Upon seeing this on PetiteTube, I immediately clicked to the channel, and it brought me to the channel Forgive Me. I got really excited that I had just stumbled across a new horror web series, so I went to the channel to figure out what other videos were here. Aside from this video, there are 4 other videos. The first 2 are basically nothing burgers, and then we have the one that we are currently watching, and then next to that we have a part 1 and a part 2 of videos titled Rooftop. The thing about the rooftop videos is that it is clearly just 2 teenagers up there talking about random stuff. This just shows me that this is a very poorly made web horror series. The 2 teenagers are just discussing nothing in particular. It doesn't add to this lore at all. It doesn't add to the reason that this video would have been uploaded on this channel. If we look at the shorts, it seems like they are trying way harder to make a shorts horror series, but in the long form, there's only one video that actually even adds to this at all. Overall, it just seems like a couple of teenagers messing around on their channel, and this is the only creepy video that they genuinely made. I think it might be possible that they think the videos are more entertaining if it seems like a normal YouTube channel, with the exception of a few creepy videos to explore. And while that can work, I wonder where they'll take this series and if it will work out for them. And while I highly doubt it, maybe, just maybe, this is real and it's not actually supposed to be a web series. But then I don't know why else you would set up the camera, record yourself washing off what is presumably blood, and then uploading it to YouTube. It makes very little sense. Speaking of recording crimes, this last channel that we will discuss is doing exactly that. The thing about these videos is that while he is recording an actual crime scene, most people are concerned about what this music is. People said that they don't know who the artist is for a long time. These videos in this channel has actually been talked about, so I guess it makes it the least obscure on this list. This is the channel Meat Sleep, and also he is the composer of all of the music across this channel. Very weird and abstract music, but he always uses the videos of crime scenes as his background for his music. To me, that seems kind of wild, but it is a thing that he does. Towards the end of the video, we can see somebody laying on the ground. I'm not going to show you out of risk that YouTube would pull my video down, but that is not a live person. And then it cuts to some abstract video, all while the song still plays. Much like his other videos, they are all strange. They are edited scenes of actual crimes, and then they are made into little art pieces. I personally don't believe that anybody should be using crime scenes recordings as a background for their songs, but this is not the first time that I have seen this be done. Surprisingly, there is a low amount of views and subscribers on this channel for how many times Meat Sleep has been talked about. But we can rest assured knowing that Meat Sleep is the composer of all the music across this channel, and hopefully he is not the one committing any of the crimes happening. To a lot of people, many of these videos and channels might seem like big nothing burgers, and while some of them might be that, I think that it is fun to explore the weird side of YouTube and the unexplored side of YouTube. Maybe now some of these videos will see the light of day. Even if they aren't that interesting, there's just something weird and off-putting about sitting there watching a video that you know not that many other people have watched, and some of them just send shivers down your spine. I find these videos to be super interesting and a change of pace from the massive scale of other videos on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out the Reddit, hit subscribe, hit like. See ya.